A girl wakes up in a field, dazed and gagged. She sees other people just like her, walking around and follows them to a clearing. A large box is in the middle, and most of the people think it's an explosive and hide. One man decides to open it with the crowbar lying next to it. A pig walks out of the box, and then the man reaches inside and pulls out a rack filled with weapons. The people that are hiding scramble over and arm themselves. The girl finds a key on her way over and starts unlocking the gags for everybody. After arming themselves, the party hears a gunshot far away. Before they can react to it, another shot takes out the girl's head. A man sees that the gunshots are coming from a bunker on the hill. The man runs away and sees another girl fall into a spiked booby trap. After pulling her out, he steps on a landmine and they explode. A group of people make it to the road, but are blocked by a barbed wire fence. They cover the wires and climb over while someone shoots arrows and kills one of them. The group runs down the road and reaches a convenience store. They barge in and question the two shop owners. The shop owners tell the escapees that they're in Arkansas, and one of them calls the police. He informs the officer that the survivors were all drugged and brought over from different states by an unknown psychopath. When the group gets distracted by the food, the two shop owners throw a toxic gas at them and shoots the remaining survivor in the chest. Someone calls the shop owners on the radio and informs them that another survivor by the name Snowball is headed over. She asks if the shop owners need any backup, but they refuse because Snowball will be unarmed. They see her walking in and get ready. Snowball walks in cautiously and buys a pack of smokes. She asks them what state they're in, and the shop owners tell her that she's in Arkansas. She counts her change and knocks out one of the shop owners. She jumps the counter and finds the shotgun and shoots the other. She tells the shop owner that cigarettes are $6 in Arkansas, not $9, and ends her life. Snowball scopes out the shop and arms herself with some ammo and leaves. She walks over to a truck and yanks off a fake license plate, revealing a plate she's never seen before. She stops herself before opening the car doors and sees a tripwire leading to a bomb under the truck. She hides in a bush and hears their captors on the radio. A drone flies over and scopes out the store when the captors can't make contact with the shop owners. Another survivor shoots it down, and when he walks towards the truck, she gets his attention to warn him so that he doesn't blow up. The man introduces himself as Gary, and they follow a set of train tracks. Snowball feels the track vibrating and tells him to start running. They jump into an open train car and find a group of refugees hiding in there as well. Gary believes they're actors, but Snowball thinks otherwise. Before Gary shoots them all, the train stops and military men start inspecting the train. They step out of the train car, and while the refugees get inspected, Snowball and Gary are left alone. Gary boldly walks up and explains that they're American and need help. The soldiers don't understand and walk away. One of the refugees walks up and speaks to them in perfect English, confirming Gary's suspicions. The refugee speaking to them is an actor paid to kill them, but the refugees are real. He also tells them that the military is real and the train shouldn't have been stopped. Gary panics and throws himself at the actor. He grabs a grenade that fell from his pack and shoves it down his pants. Snowball runs with the refugees, and Gary runs under the train and sprints off. Snowball is in a truck with the refugees and military. They take her to a refugee camp, and she meets an immigration officer. She tells him that she was eating in Mississippi before getting knocked out. She deduces that she is in Croatia and requests to be transported to the U.S. Embassy. He refuses since she has no papers to prove it. She explains the situation and that she is being hunted, and they bring out another survivor, Don, who they picked up right before her. Don tells Snowball how he escaped. He tells her that there is a story that the super rich hunt the poor for sport, and that that's what's happening right now. A U.S. Embassy agent picks them up, and after hearing what they went through, he reassures them that he will get U.S. military help as soon as possible. Snowball grabs the side handle and slowly picks up her legs. She turns to the agent and kicks him hard, knocking him out onto the street. She takes the wheel and reverses the car, killing the agent. Don screams at her for killing their ride home until she opens the trunk and reveals a dead Gary. Inside the trunk, she finds cash and a map of the hunting grounds. Don counted 12 survivors at the start, and now that Gary is gone, they're the last two left. Dawn proposes that they leave with the car, but Snowball refuses, stating that she's going to make them pay. At a bunker, the rich hunters are waiting for intel on Snowball and Dawn's whereabouts. As they bicker, they ignore their consultant, Sergeant Dale's warning to keep it down. One of them goes outside to use the restroom, and Snowball sneaks up and knifes him in the throat. The hunters hear footsteps outside and start panicking, and Sergeant Dale tries his best to ready them. A pig falls down a chute, and the hunters shoot at it wildly. While they're distracted, Snowball headshots one of them and shoots the rest down easily. She stabs the archer with her own arrows and snipes down a runaway. Sergeant Dale tries to overpower her, but she uses her surroundings, grabs a pipe, and repeatedly hits his head. Snowball and Dawn walk over and ask the archer why they are being hunted. Her reply angers Snowball, and she takes her out. The last rich hunter, Athena, speaks on the radio, and she messes with Dawn and Snowball, saying that Dawn was always part of the hunters' team. They hold each other at gunpoint, not knowing who to trust. Dawn gets scared, and as he pulls the trigger, Snowball reacts faster and shoots him first. Athena asks Dawn if she's dead. Upon hearing Snowball's voice, Athena taunts Snowball, telling her to find her. Sergeant Dale regains consciousness, and Snowball asks him where to find Athena. He refuses, and she calmly tortures him until he gives the information up. He asks if she was in the military, and she tells him she was in Afghanistan before shooting him. A year ago, Athena worked as a CEO at a successful company. She and the now dead hunters had a text thread complaining about the president and white supremacists. In the thread, Athena mentions a hunt at her manor. The following week, one of the members of this rich group had his phone hacked, and the text thread went viral, forcing everyone involved to step down or quit their high-paying jobs. The members of the text thread meet and go through a selection process of their candidates. They select 12 people who have mentioned this hunt conspiracy or badmouthed the rich members the most, and Snowball is the last pick. Snowball arrives at the manor, and at the gate, Athena tells her to leave her gun. If she doesn't, she will blow her up right there. Snowball walks through the house and sees the wall of candidates. She ends up in the kitchen and sees Athena cooking a grilled cheese sandwich. Athena tells Snowball all the information she has on her. Her name is Crystal, and she is from Mississippi, and both her parents died due to drug-related incidents. She also reads her the message Snowball posted on the internet, calling Athena and her hunting party out for their text thread. Snowball realizes that everyone that was kidnapped posted something on the internet about Athena and her group. Athena confesses that the text thread and the hunt was never true, but after getting fired and losing her job, she made it a reality. Snowball smiles and tells her she messed up. She tells Athena that she picked up the wrong Crystal. The one that posted those comments was still back in Mississippi. Athena refuses to believe this, and Snowball reaches for the kitchen knives. Snowball throws her around easily with her military training, but Athena keeps getting up and counters back. Snowball throws Athena through the fireplace, and realizing she's no match for Snowball, she picks up a rifle and shoots at her. Snowball runs off, calling her a cheater. She runs out of bullets and starts hitting Snowball with the body of the rifle. Snowball jumps to a hanging rope, but it snaps, dropping her to the ground. Athena stabs her with a knife, and Snowball tackles her over the couch. She headbutts Athena, and Athena reaches for a blender blade, stabbing her multiple times with it before leaving it stuck in her stomach. While Athena beats her, Snowball grabs her body and stabs her with the other side of the blender blade. They both fall over and lay down, unable to move from all the blood loss. Snowball asks why they chose that name for her. Athena tells her it's based off the character from Orwell's Animal Farm. Snowball tells her they chose the wrong name for her, and Athena asks her if she is the right Crystal. Snowball tells her she was wrong. Athena dies, and Snowball gets up and devours the grilled cheese sandwich. She cauterizes her wounds and cleans herself up. She wears Athena's clothes and walks to a private plane, ordering the pilot to take her home. After taking her seat, she asks the flight attendant to enjoy some caviar and champagne with her.